Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
On today's episode, we're discussing Romance at Hope Ranch, which originally premiered on the Hallmark Channel on Saturday, February 28th. And if you want to watch it now, check it out on Hallmark Plus.
Yeah, Megan just told me apparently they're running like crazy promos over on Hallmark Plus. So get your discount on.
Yeah, check their Instagram because they seem to have consistently been running a 50% off promo. So grab one of those with whatever the current code is over on the Hallmark Plus Instagram.
I wonder if that's for new subscribers only. Like, should I see what I'm paying and see if I can get a discounted rate? I don't even know. I think I'm probably paying like $7.99 a month or something like that.
Yeah, I think I am too.
So can I get a $4.99 deal?
I mean, you could change your email address.
I could, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess I could.
But speaking of Instagram, we're on Instagram, of course. We're Girls Gone Hallmark. The late breaking Hallmark news just dropped. Lacey Chabert will be starring in a 6-episode limited book adaptation series exclusively on Hallmark Plus. Speaking of, based on the novel Paris is Always a Good Idea, alongside Scott Michael Foster, which BTW, back in the day, I was a big fan of the show Greek.
Yeah, he's like tall and blonde, right?
He's tall and blonde, yeah. Kind of a doof in Greek, like that's kind of his thing. But
he's been in a ton of other Hallmark things, right? I can't remember. Return to Office? Was he in Return to Office?
Oh my gosh, what a pull. What a pull.
Girl, sometimes I have it and sometimes I don't. Today seems to be the day.
He was in Return to Office. I'm not sure that he's been in anything else on Hallmark other than that. But he was great in that.
He's been on Hallmark before.
Really?
Before that. I think so.
Okay. I'll trust you. I have no idea.
I hope people are screaming at us right now. Like, hey,
know.
dummies. He was in Winkles the Heart. I know he wasn't, but you know.
Yeah, that could not be more opposite that dude's personality.
Yeah.
He was in Love for Real from 2021. That reality dating show. Remember that one?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I do remember.
All right.
Well, before we jump in, I have a question for you. So it's interesting that Hallmark Plus is putting out these limited series. I'm sure they'll make it to Hallmark Channel eventually, but I can't help but think about the 12, I can't even remember the name of it, the 12 Dates of Christmas, the show we really liked during Countdown to Christmas.
Yes.
I'm praying the quality of this Lacey Chabert project is like that.
That's my hope as well. That's my hope as well.
Praying. And I hope it leans comedy because I think Lacey does comedy so well. And I wonder where they're going to be shooting this. Are they shooting it on location? I mean, she just wrapped that Disney movie and now she's off to somewhere else. Yeah. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Good for her. I'm guessing, though, her reality TV show is probably not making a comeback.
They haven't made an official announcement, but they did announce that they're leaning away from unscripted programming. So I'm sure this was don't worry, Lacey, we got you covered. We're canceling your reality show, but here, how about this limited Hallmark Plus exclusive series?
Yeah. All right, are you ready to talk about A Romance at Hope Ranch?
Oh boy, I am.
Oh no. Hope Morgan sets out to begin a new chapter of her life, fulfilling her childhood dream of running a ranch in the picturesque town of Ruidoso, New Mexico, and reviving the beloved Giddy Up Gala.
Drink every single time they say Giddy Up Gala.
Totally. And now, if I can, just a spoiler.
The spoiler of your thoughts on this movie?
Hear me out. I texted Megan early while watching this, and I was like, I don't hate it. But wow, did things go sideways?
Oh, no.
I have a lot of good things to talk about and a lot of like questionable things to talk about.
Sure.
I can't wait to get into it.
Okay. Taylor Briand directed Romance at Hope Ranch. This is her first Hallmark project, but her 24th directing credit overall. And she's no stranger to the director's chair with titles like Can You Feel the Beat, the Lisa Story, and Tempted by Love, a Terry McMillan presentation among her credits. We're excited to see what a fresh voice brings to the Hallmark world.
Lisa. Like, hold on. I'm like, my
And the Cult
brain
Jam.
right now, yeah, is like a file. Foil. What is it called? A file. Yeah, I'm like, where do I know that from?
Yeah,
Where do
filing
I know that
cabinet.
from? Yeah, totally. Lisa, and Cult Jam. Is that what it was called?
I think so. I couldn't name their song. Could you?
Mean, no, but I think we're going to need listener Wayne to check in because I bet Wayne knows.
Oh,
Juliana Wimbles wrote the screenplay. This is Juliana's 10th writing project, and Hallmark fans will recognize her work from Love on the Amazon earlier this year. She's also got a Hannah Swenson movie coming out in the next few weeks. Clearly, she is having quite the year, both written and on camera.
correct. She is not the writer on the next Hannah Swenson movie. Tune in tomorrow for our March 1st Impressions episode where we'll talk more about that. Hope Morgan is played by Ali Sweeney, who also serves as executive producer on this project. Ali appeared in 4 Hallmark projects in 2025, the 2 Barcelona movies, as well as 2 installments of Hannah Swenson Mysteries. She stays busy.
You know, I like those Barcelona movies a lot.
Me too.
I really like those. I like that like female energy, like, you know? Yeah. Gabriel Hogan plays Jack, Hope's ex, who shows up on the ranch ready to make a case for a second chance. Hallmark fans know Gabriel best as Norman Rhodes in Hannah Swenson, but he's also been keeping busy on The Lincoln Lawyer and Heartland, and will be joining the cast of The Way Home for season 4. You know, I'm reading this. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I did not know he was joining the cast.
Did I make
The Way
that up?
Home. I don't know. Did you?
No. Him and Dan Jeannotte. Gabriel Hogan and Dan Jeannotte. Yes. Megan Sweeney plays Maggie Morgan, Hope's college-bound daughter. Yes, that is Ali Sweeney's real-life daughter, making her acting debut here. Megan was 16 when they filmed this. Coincidentally, the same age Allison was when she first landed the role of Sammy on Days of Our Lives.
Scott Martin plays neighbor Tom Grayson. Scott is an occasional actor with 9 previous acting credits and a strong background in producing, though this appears to be his first Hallmark project in any capacity.
Stephanie Baran plays Lori Bennett. This is Stephanie's 13th acting project and her first for Hallmark. Her last was Exit Protocol in 2025. We are going to take a quick break, take a fish oil, and come right back with our first impressions. Hey, Wendy, what was your first impression of romance at Hope Ranch?
I thought I was watching Hallmark, but 10 minutes in, I was checking to see if Keith Morrison was about to narrate.
What? Oh my goodness.
Do you have the same first impression?
No.
Am I watching Dateline? What is happening here?
Right. You know, Keith Morrison and I used to take our dogs to the same trainer.
Well, let's talk about Keith Morrison for just a second.
He's an Orange County local, by the way.
He is an Orange County local. I just saw a TikTok of somebody was like, yo, you know you're in Newport Beach when Keith Morrison is in a Bentley with the top down, driving down PCH or something. I just thought, oh, that's Megan's friend from dog training.
I played it so cool every time we would run into each other and our dogs would just like, you know, have a little moment. I wanted to be, I just like, was like, this is my fellow Tuesday morning dog training buddy. But anyway.
I would just like listen to him talk. I would just be like, it would like just lull me to sleep, I think.
It was so funny because when he walked up, I was like, is that who I think it is? And then, you know, as dog people do, you like talk about your dogs only. And I was like, that's absolutely Keith Morrison talking to me about his dog. Anyway, yes, he is seen out and about in the Newport Beach area quite a bit.
Yeah.
My first impression is nothing quite so dark as yours. It's OMG, get a better lock for that gate.
I'm going to talk about it. I don't know why. It was one of the things that bothered me the most about this movie.
Me
if you can believe that.
too.
Okay.
Me too. Let's talk what we liked, though.
Let me start, if I may. Okay, so this season of life really hits home for me.
Yeah.
I love the opening stretch of Hope dropping off her daughter at college, and then she's like driving to her own fresh start, and she's like really excited. Like that hit hard for me
I
as
hear
I
you.
in the same season of life. I was excited for Hope stepping into this next chapter. Kind of crazy. That she would be navigating like this transition. Like, I've just dropped my kid off at college and now I'm going to start a whole new life for myself. Like, that's a lot to take in, but I was fully on board. This is when I texted you and I was like, I'm into this. I'm into this.
That storyline resonated with me too. And for you, like, you are sending your one and only child to college. So like, we're in different phases of life. Like, I have one and one at home, but I did like that story, and I especially liked the reality of the way they handle her transition to college and her general feeling of feeling overwhelmed and maybe in over her head, and then the parallel feeling that Hope had of helplessness on the other end of the line. She's like, what can I do? And that's so familiar to me, and I assume you as a parent were like, how can we solve this? And really, you can't. Like, you can offer advice, and then you just have to sit back and wait. And so I thought there was a lot of reality in that moment.
Agree.
Speaking of our girl Ali, though, she spends a lot of time in this movie by herself.
Yeah.
Acting by herself, cruising with the wind in her hair, wrangling chickens, decorating her new home. And I think that's a very interesting, well, the movie is about her making it on her own, in theory. Like, she wants to do it on her own. But I also think it paints a picture of how much she is carrying this movie on her back, because I thought a lot of the characters lacked depth. We really only get to know most of these people as they relate to Hope, and a lot of them don't exist on their own outside of the universe of Hope. But I feel like we get a full, clear picture of who Hope is, down to her flaws as well. And Ali did a really good job with that.
I agree with you. I think Ali Sweeney is always watchable. I enjoy her as an actor. As Hope, I was struggling a little bit, like, because part of me was really excited for her, and then other parts of me, I was like, you are over your head here, and you need to ask for help.
For sure.
That's going to be, I'll talk about a little bit more about that in my wishes, but I thought she was completely watchable. And also, Ali as Hope made me believe that she could run this ranch. Even though I think the script was actively sabotaging her a little bit throughout, but I was into her like boss ranch energy.
Yes.
Which is so silly. You're right, because she was alone in so many of these scenes, and I was like, I feel this. Like, I like to be alone as well and do like productive things like this.
Yeah.
So I found it very relatable, and I did, I'm a sucker for like small town traditions, legacy events that they're trying to revive. Like, I like movies like that where they're like working towards this goal. I mean, while I thought it was a little bit silly, and I'm going to talk way more in my wishes about it, there is this through line, like this narrative that I find appealing in this movie.
Oh, for sure. Me too. I like all of that too. I mean, I think a lot of that storyline is very classic Hallmark, like the small town event.
Yeah.
But I'm into that small town event. I love the idea of having this thing that we all look forward to in this tradition. And Hope had that from her childhood and her daughter's childhood, and now can be instrumental in creating it for others. Obviously, there were some moments along the way where she could have made some different choices.
This is so silly, but I love the animals.
Oh, me too. The Houdini
Allie's
chicken.
The Houdini. Okay, first of all, Houdini Hive, rise up. This is the cutest. If I could have a freaking chicken in my backyard, I would. Why did this chicken look so different from the other chickens? Was it a chick? I don't understand what it looked different.
Oh yeah, that's a different kind of chicken. I don't know what kind. It has a name. And you know who Jen Hamilton is? The TikToker who's a labor and delivery nurse.
Do I know who Jen Hamilton is? Yes, I do. I love her.
Well, she has that kind of chicken, and she has some older videos of her like swaddling those chickens. It's a whole thing. They're really funny. So that's where I recognize that chicken from. All right. What else did you like about this movie?
That about wrap. Well, I did like New Mexico. Was this actually filmed in New Mexico? Question mark.
Filming locations, Ruidoso, New Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Well, now I need to know which one of these men gave you Dateline vibes.
Jack.
Okay, good. I have a lot of thoughts about Jack.
Let's talk about Jack.
So my initial feeling and what I wrote in my notes, and perhaps I was too kind, is that I had to work through some feelings about Jack just setting up shop in Ruidoso in order to be with Hope. He calls it unhinged. And I was like, yeah, that's fair. Like, that's not even a stretch. I did come around to him, though, because I feel like he does prove himself. He listens to her. He hears her when she's like, go away. It does take him a second, but he ultimately does listen. He's quick to apologize. And we learn that he kept himself as a presence in Maggie's life, even when he was no longer in Hope's life. And I think that's
weird.
Oh, do you think it's weird?
I do.
Okay, tell me more.
They didn't really establish how long they had been together.
Yes, the timeline of it all. Like, when did Maggie's dad pass?
I don't know. Like, there was no context to that either. I just
We just know he was in the military and he's gone, right?
Right. And all we know is that they haven't been together for 10 years. So
Yeah, Maggie was 6.
Yeah. It just is
8, I guess, considering how old she is in the movie. Anyway.
Right. I just thought it was weird. I had a lot of feelings. I like Gabriel Hogan a lot.
Yeah.
I was excited to see them paired in this movie because he is so in the friend zone on Hannah Swenson.
Yeah.
And so I liked that they were getting to explore a different relationship in this movie. But in terms of the character Jack, one, I thought it was really weird that he heard she was moving there, so he relocated. He was in New York City. He was in New York, right? And they were like in Denver or something like that. And it just is weird. He buys this feed store and has a photo of them up it was weird. It was red flags all around to me.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I do fully agree with you that it is enough to make somebody uncomfortable, really. You know, especially if she didn't share his feelings, now what?
Exactly. And she was like not into it at first. You're right. Like they came around, but I think it would have been so much better if Jack was someone brand new to her. She's in this new season of life. She deserves something fresh, not this man who like
for the third time.
Yes, this whole relocation timeline. No. And then I hated that she was like hesitant and scared. Excuse me, I don't know how old Allison Sweeney is or how this character is, but a woman of my age, like I kind of know what I want, and I don't like if I'm hesitant. Like let's try this a third time. I'm not doing that. Like,
yeah, you haven't been walking around with this like one that got away feeling, right? Like this is a relationship that failed twice. And while that may be sad, you didn't get the vibe that she had been pining for him the way he had for her.
Yeah, exactly. And that would have freaked me out.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, I just thought it was weird. Make these people two complete strangers. Make him be the neighbor.
Well, can we talk about the neighbor?
Sure.
In the beginning, I felt like we were setting up for a Tom, Jack, Hope love triangle.
Absolutely.
Tom shows up. I'm like, that man is falling in love with her instantly.
He was all like fumbling over himself. He like couldn't find the words to, like, he was so taken by her blue eyes, you know?
Yes. And then we get a little bit of friction between Jack and Tom. And I thought, well, that's because they're both like, Tom's like, who is this interloper coming from my new ranch lady neighbor?
Mm-hmm.
And then they kind of just, Lori comes in and they're like, well, that's neat and tidy. We'll just give Sweet Rancher Tom to my friend Lori.
Yeah.
Which was cute. But I was like, wait, I saw the eyes Tom was giving Hope.
Uh-huh.
I don't want Lori to be second choice here because she's the one who's available.
Fight for her, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Not Lori. Fight for
I know who you get.
Hope. You know? Come on. You know, but he was like, oh, this is my buddy. This now the two dudes are buddies because they like fix some water pipe together or whatever. So now there's like a agreement between gentlemen of like, you can have Hope and I'll
gross
take your sister Lori. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. We talked about the fence earlier.
Yeah.
Ma'am, your horses are escaping and you're off planting your garden. Like, you need to get this fence in order. I'm like, get a freaking zip tie, get a bungee cord, something. What is going on here with this whack job wire situation?
Yeah. Why? Look, once, fine. Like, that's what's there. You think, oh, that must work. So we just wrap it up. When it fails multiple times and you, a strong, confident, capable woman with checklists, don't immediately get your ass to the hardware store for a better solution after your horses have escaped and the townspeople are talking about, I was done. I was like, stop wrapping that damn wire around the fence. A 3-year-old could undo it. And clearly these several thousand-pound horses can as well.
I mean, are they jumping over the fence? I know they weren't, but could those horses jump over that fence?
I assume not, because that wasn't the issue. But
I know nothing about horses. But
a pretty high jump.
Are they using their teeth to like pull on that wire or just nudge at the fence where they know where the opening is and it can just like, you know, stretch that wire out or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was super annoyed with that, mostly because it's this. Hope keeps telling her daughter, you need to ask for help. You need to ask for help while refusing to ask for help herself. Like, the irony was so loud. It was driving me crazy. It really burns my britches when people can't ask for help.
Yeah, especially when you're drowning.
Yes. And the girl was drowning. You know, I know you and I both like a checklist. So I was really impressed with her big board and her big checklist, but I was like, she can't do it on her own.
No, and she was doing 3 huge things. She was relocating her entire life. She was starting a ranch, which she had never done before, and running a major town event and attempting to do all 3 of those things simultaneously and alone. Stop it.
Well, that is my next beef because I'm not wrong. She is running like a bed and breakfast too
oh, that's right.
Okay, so this is what's driving me. This is where really lost me here because she double books reservations. Like, we don't see any of that happen, right?
No, just like her system malfunctioned.
What system?
Her online booking system.
What? How did she get that going? Okay, that's a side problem. But she double books these reservations and it somehow, like, she panics, but then it's like really not a problem. And here's my questions. Who's cooking? Who's cleaning? Who's turning over the rooms? Who are greeting guests? Who's making coffee? This woman has 0 staff at this ranch she's running.
And apparently her first guests were happening at the Giddy Up Gala. You're not doing a soft opening. You're not doing the Dragonfly Inn. Test it with the test it with your friends and neighbors and make sure everything runs smoothly. Come on. It was too much. It was absurd for her to take on all of these things. And it's in my Did You See That? But we'll talk about it here. Is it the reality never mind all of the other things she's doing, but is it the reality that people run a ranch solo? Because Tom was like, it's just me. And Hope is like, it's just me. You can run a ranch with all of those animals by yourself?
There are not enough hours in the day.
Like, you would work 7 days a week, sun up to sundown, between feeding and cleaning and watering and planting her garden and exercising those horses and harvesting the eggs and taking care of your no. You need help.
Now let's add a massive town-wide gala on top of it.
It was too much.
Just have the freaking gala. You don't need to open, like, who edited this script? Like, did anybody look at it and go, that's not super realistic?
Like, take out the bed and breakfast. Like, the ranch and the gala on their own would have been overload. I understand that we needed to have some sort of like extra piece that made it very clear that this was all too much. But the fact that she's also opening up this inn at Hope Ranch was completely implausible.
Totally. I agree. Here's my other beef is she invites the whole freaking town to this free.
Why are you making it free? You can't pay your property taxes.
It's a free event. How much are tickets? It's free. Everybody come. I'm going to pay for food and entertainment and drinks and cocktails and decor. With what money? Come on. And then the caterer, let's just really dump the caterer. What kind of caterer can't close their damn refrigerator and the food gets spoiled? Like and it's a phone call. Oh, sorry, I don't have anything for you. That's on the caterer to rectify in that moment. It's not a sorry. Like,
go to the store and buy some new food, bro.
Well, that morning when she's like making scones to have the code guy come. Oh, okay. Oh my God. How many hours are in a day? I don't understand. There's like 36 hours at Hope Ranch. She's making scones. She's doing all this stuff. And then the caterer dumps her. And then they can get everybody to come to bring like something up.
Yeah, they all got time to whip up a casserole at home.
What? Like one of the ladies came and she's like, here, I brought like, it's a veggie platter. I was like, oh God. Oh, like, get a food truck, lady. Like,
there's not a restaurant in town that you could have called upon.
Seriously. I'm like,
a bakery, like, just go buy everybody out.
Have it be free. A free event, but like food and drinks for purchase. Like, what is she doing?
Mm-hmm.
What is she doing?
Mm-hmm.
What is she doing? Yeah, this just was like, are you freaking kidding me? That's all. That is all.
Well, let's talk. Did you see that?
I have a question. This person came out of nowhere. She was like the snarky town person. She had full lashes, super bougie energy.
Yep.
She brings the mac and cheese, like saves the day. But I'm like, who's this chick?
She's just the mean girl. And then Hope wins her over.
It was so dumb. Like, why?
Yeah.
Editing the script would have been a good idea. I had to look this next thing up because I did not know what it was called because I do not wear cowboy boots. In my notes, it says the boot taker offer contraption. It is called a boot jack. Have you ever seen one of those before?
Well, that's like funny because now that you say that, I feel like I have heard that term before.
A boot jack? Did you even catch it?
I didn't.
She was like taking her boots off at the front door, and I was like, "What is that thing that she's?"
Oh, I saw her take her boots off. You like hook the back of your boot in, and it holds onto it.
Yeah, and you just slide your foot out of it. Never seen that. Now, let me ask you a question. If I'm working on a ranch, I am not wearing cowboy boots. A boot that has like a little heel. I'm not all day long. I know like cowboys and ranchers wear boots because like.
I think they are wearing cowboy boots.
There's no way. My feet. I'm wearing a tennis shoe or a Croc because let's be real. But.
No. Because you're walking through muck. You need like a rain boot at least, but
well, give me a hunter boot then. There's no way.
I do think they are wearing cowboy boots, and everybody says that they're the most comfortable shoes you'll ever own. Look, I have owned them, and I've never been more uncomfortable in my entire life.
Well, you and I went to a Garth Brooks concert, which you wore, and I feel like you walked out to the parking lot barefoot because you were like, these boots are too much for me.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I bought real cowboy boots like in Park City, Utah, and they were so damn cute. And now my daughter has them because they're so uncomfortable. They're miserable to wear.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Does it just take time?
Maybe.
Like wearing them in every single day.
Maybe you have to do more than wear them to a concert. All right.
Too funny.
My digits see that's they're limited, but look, there's a lot of personal touches in this movie. Of course, Allie's daughter Megan plays her daughter Maggie, and that is her real memorabilia in her dorm room that they used to decorate it, her horse medals and all of that, which is very cute. And Allie's mother, thank you to Girls Gone Hallmark team member Mackie, who emailed us to let us know that Allie revealed that her mother's name was Hope, and that's where the title of this movie and her name of her character comes from.
Okay, that's cute. Can I just add a note here? Like, okay, Allie's real life daughter, was it seamless? Her first acting job? No, but you got to start somewhere. And it really helps when your mom is Ali Sweeney, right?
Yeah. And also, the article I read said she doesn't really have aspirations to do this. That's not her goal in life, to be an actress.
Got it.
All right. What did you rate this movie?
I'm actually really torn. My notes say right now 2.75 to 3 stars.
I wrote 3.
I'm like in that, like it started out so solid for me. And then it just was like, come on. So that's where I'm at.
Well, hey, thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark. Friends, if you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. The very best place to leave them is in the Apple Podcast app. If you're an iPhone user, find the Girls Gone Hallmark podcast, scroll on down, and tap those 5 stars. We'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.